Hello everyone. In the continuation of previous lecture, the cost estimation process, I am going to discuss about a model that is known as a COCOMO model. This COCOMO model is known as constructive cost model. So now this constructive cost model has three categories. First one is a basic COCOMO model, second intermediate COCOMO model, and third detailed COCOMO model. These models were proposed by B.W. Boehm in 1981 in his book Software Engineering Economics. So in this lecture I am going to discuss about the only basic COCOMO model. So now these basic COCOMO model will be applied to three different kind of projects, that will be organic mode project, semi-detached mode project, and embedded mode project. So question is how we will decide the given project will be solved with the help of organic mode project formulas or semi-detached mode project formulas or embedded mode project formulas. Which kind of formula we have to apply to compute the effort and duration or development time. So there are 5 parameters. On the basis of these 5 parameters we will decide which mode we have to utilize. So now you can see there are 5 important parameters: the project size, nature of the project, innovation, deadline of the project, and development environments. So on the basis of these 5 criteria, these 5 characteristics, these 5 parameters, you will be able to decide whether your project effort and development time should be computed for organic mode project or for semi-detached mode project or for embedded mode project. So here if we talk about the organic, its size will vary from 2 to 50,000 lines of code, and it comes under the small size project where experienced software developers work. This type of project are the very simple projects that the software developer has developed frequently. Means payroll management system, inventory management system, there may be also attendance management system. So such type of projects will be developed by the software developer in very easily manner because they are too much familiar with such type of project development. Now little innovation is required. There is no project tight schedule. So this is the familiar and in-house type projects. Now if we talk about the semi-detached, so first we should focus on the project size. Its size will vary from 50 to 300,000 lines of code. So it comes under the medium size project where medium size team members will work. But if we talk about the experience, these software developers will have the average experience. Why? Because these are the utility softwares like compilers, database systems, editors, and the team member or the software developer have average experience to develop such type of softwares. Now if we talk about the innovation, deadline of the project, development environment, all these three type are the medium type. If we talk about the embedded mode, so this will be over than 300,000 lines of code. So it will be large project, real-time projects where complex interfaces may be there. So such type projects are not being developed frequently by the software developers. So the people who are involved in this, they have the very little experience. We can take the example ATMs, air traffic control, and other real-time systems. So significant innovation is required here. The schedule will be very tight because of its complex hardware and complex interface that will be required by the customer. So now we are going to discuss about the basic model. So in this basic model, we will compute the effort and development time or duration with the help of the given formula. As you have also computed the effort and development time with the help of software engineering laboratory and IBM models, but these two models were dependent on only 1000 lines of code. The two formulas that we were using, effort and duration, that were dependent on the 1000 lines of code. But there is a change. What is the change? First, you have to compute the effort on the basis of 1000 lines of code by having the coefficients A and B. And after that, this E will be used here for the computation of development time. So you should remember it very carefully. You cannot use here 1000 lines of code. And then you will apply the coefficients C and D over the E. This formula you will utilize to compute the development time. So from where we will get the A, B, C, D coefficients for the basic model. So there is a table through which we can utilize all the values of A, B, C, D for all the three type of projects. So our project are of organic type, Semitest type, embedded type. So for every type of projects we are having the value of A and B for the effort computation, and for the development time computation we are having the C and D. So if you are going to solve your project, you are going to compute the effort and duration for the organic type project, then you will utilize this row. If you are going for the Semitest, then you will use these values, and if you are going for the embedded, then you will use these values. So now after computation effort and duration, you will be able to compute the average staff size. So if you will divide your effort by the duration, you will find out the number of persons. And productivity, you can also get how many thousand of lines of code will be written by a person in a month. So that you can also compute. This 1000 lines of code will be given to you. You will divide it by the effort in person month, and then you will find out the productivity. So now I take very simple and general example. We are not going to specifying that which kind of formula we will apply. Just here we are going to compute the effort and development time for the organic, semi-detached and embedded mode, so that we will be able to compute for any problem. So here we are taking all the three modes, and for the three modes we will compute the effort and duration. So you have the general formula, and this general formula you have to specify by using the value from this table. So if we are going for the organic mode, the given 1000 lines of code you will utilize here, and then value of A and B for the organic mode you will put here, and you will compute, you will find out the effort. After that you can compute the development time. So you have to take C and D from here for the organic mode, and the effort that you have computed in this line you can use here, and you can find out the development time. Now we move for the semi-detached mode effort and development time computation. So again the same number of lines of code you will utilize here. The value of A and B you will use from this table 3.0, 1.12, and then you will find out the effort. Then again the value of C and D you will take from this one, and this effort you will put here, and you will compute the development time in months. Then finally we are getting the embedded mode, and in embedded mode the effort and development time will be computed with the same values like A and B. From here you will utilize here, and with the same 1000 lines of code you will utilize here, and then you will find out the effort. After this effort you will put this effort here, and you will take the value of C and D, and then you will be able to compute the effort and duration. So this is the simple method. With the help of this table you can take the coefficients of A, B, C, D, you can put into formula, and you can compute for all the three type of projects. Now I am giving you one example that you will solve. So we try to solve it. First we have to categorize. Here you have to categorize which formula you will utilize, which kind of project it is. So first you have to categorize. So if we talk about the three things are given there. First, the size of the project, 200,000 lines of code. So it is very clear from here, because if you go for the semi-detached, there is the range 50 to 300,000 lines of code. So in that it comes under that. So there is no confusion. Directly you will go for the semi-detached. Few things also given to you. Average experience. So average experience of the developers are come under the semi-detached type of projects, and also the schedule is not very tight, means it is the medium type. So there is no confusion. We will go for the semi-detached. So you have to compute the effort, development time, average staff, and productivity. So we take the formula E and we will put the value of Semitest 3.0 1.12, the 1000 lines of code given to you 200. You will compute the effort, then you will take the duration. So for the duration you will take the value of C and D from here, and the effort that you have computed already you will use here, and then you will be able to compute the duration. Now we will compute the average staff size. The formula you know, effort divided by development time or duration. So that you will take 1133.12 divided by 29.3, you will get 38.67%. Now last is your productivity. So 1000 lines of code is given to you 200, and effort you have already computed in person month. So you will get the 0.1765 thousand lines of code per person month. If you want to convert it into lines of code, you can multiply by 1000 and you will get this answer. So in this lecture, I have finished the basic COCOMO model. In the next coming lectures, I will cover the remaining two models of the COCOMO. So thank you all. Keep learning.